Ladies and gentlemen, William Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, was in Kajiado County today, on Gatarongai. And William Ruto lost his temper. He was angry, furious, and frustrated. And he warned Raila Odinga against demonstrations. From the tone of his voice, from the body language, William Ruto is clearly frustrated. Why do you think William Ruto is frustrated like this?
Kama hamutaki mazungumzo, hatuwezi kukubali mtu yeyote kwa sababu yeyote kuendelea kuharibu mali ya wananchi. Hiyo hatuwezi kukubali. Na mimi nataka nitangaze hapa leo ya kwamba haitawezekana tena. It is not possible for us to allow a few people to destroy property, to destroy people's business in quest of their own interests and in quest of their own selfish issues. We must be a country that cares for everybody.
Because Raila Odinga is insisting. By the time William Ruto was making that particular statement, Raila Odinga was still out of the country. He was expected. And Raila Odinga arrived in the country. And Raila Odinga is still insisting that the demonstrations are going to go on.
Kesho ni Jumamosi. Kesho kutwa ni Jumapili. Mtondo itakuwa ni Jumatatu, siku ya Labor Day. Sasa sisi wafanyakazi, Mtondo go. Siku ya Jumanne. Tuesday. Tarehe 2 mwezi wa 5 tunarudi uwanjani.
You know, I was telling a friend of mine, we were just having some discussion, that Raila Odinga has actually managed to place Ruto where he wanted Ruto to be. Raila Odinga understands that one of William Ruto's weaknesses is temper. So you provoke him, and he gets out and vents. And that can explain why later on, William Ruto had to go and look for another forum to deliver the same message, but in a different tone. Now, listening to William Ruto and compare to the first tone.
I want to encourage also our friends in the opposition to work with us in building the country, and any of the issues that they have to raise, the Constitution robustly provides for us to engage in a constructive manner without the necessity of engaging in violent confrontations, unnecessary destruction of property, unnecessary disruptions of business. We believe that we can do this as Kenya and take the country forward if all of us share the belief that we must do this for every Kenyan. My interests, that of leaders, cannot supersede the interests of the 50 million Kenyans that put us in office.
But why do you think William Ruto is frustrated like that? Because clearly, we all know that Raila Odinga gave William Ruto 14 good days to meet some 3 demands. I'm not saying that William Ruto is obligated to meet the demands, but Raila Odinga gave him 3 demands to meet and 14 days. The first demand was on the cost of living, the other demand was on the servers, and the other one was on the IBC commissioners. He never met those, so the 14 days elapsed, and then Raila Odinga went ahead and called for mass demonstrations. And the demonstrations were going on in the country. And due to pressure from the church, due to pressure from the international community, Raila Odinga and William Ruto agreed to talks. And indeed, they went ahead and appointed 7 members this side, another 7 members this side. What I don't know is what transpired. But clearly, when William Ruto named his 7 members, there was a member of Azimio there, Jubilee member, Eden Kainan. If William Ruto was serious with these talks, he would have gone ahead and prevailed on Adan Kenan to pull out. But William Ruto was comfortable that immediately Raila Odinga called off those demonstrations, he was not going to do it again. He was not going to call them again. So today's warning, in my view, is a clear manifestation that William Ruto has been placed in the corner where Raila Odinga wanted him to be. So in this video, I want us to look at why William Ruto is appearing to be frustrated and cornered.
Kulete fujo. Mimi nataka niwaambia my friends, hiyo haitawezekana. Mimi ndio rais wa Kenya. Na kama mnataka kuendelea, mtajua hamjui. Yes, enough is enough. Haiwezekani tena. Haitawezekana tena. And I want to tell them, wasione ya kwamba tumesema tuongee. Wanaona ya kwamba ati watatuletea mchezo. Mchezo hatutaki. Uchaguzi iliisha.
Before we do that, in case you are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Now, let us get back to the main issue. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to be honest. Do you support the demonstrations or not? Let me read your comments there. But why do you think William Ruto is frustrated? Because William Ruto's frustration is now being manifested even on his face. I want to challenge you to just go and check William Ruto's photos. Check his videos. And tell me if that's the same William Ruto we used to see during campaigns or even before campaigns. Totally different. Because William Ruto is now clearly frustrated. Why do you think he's frustrated? Why do you think William Ruto is bitter? Why do you think he's angry? For me, number one, the government of Kenya is collapsing. Unless something happens, William Ruto is not going to manage to run this government. And that is really hitting William Ruto. Because look at it from this perspective. William Ruto made promises to Kenyans. And based on the way things are, I don't think William Ruto will be able to meet some of those promises. The cost of living is up there. The other day, they talked of fertilizers and the rest, which turned out to be a scandal. And the feedback from the farmers is also not promising. So what William Ruto thought he was going to do, he cannot do. He cannot provide jobs because he promised Kenyans jobs. Basically, because he made his supporters have high expectations of him, because he can't meet that, he believes that his supporters are disappointed. But then Raila Odinga is still coming and telling him, we are going to the streets. The investor confidence in this country has gone down. You just go to the Nairobi Stock Exchange and you'll see the figures, you'll be shocked. Companies are closing down. So Ruto is really frustrated. That's number two. I also tend to think that William Ruto also sought for an advice from Yoweri Museveni. And Museveni told him the best way to deal with Raila Odinga and this kind of challenges is to let them go to the streets and deal with them. Because why would William Ruto go to Uganda secretly while it was a public event? Why do you think he did that? Maybe you could have your different opinion. But I tend to think that Ruto is talking like this after meeting Museveni. And Museveni has assured him that probably the best strategy is just deal with them the way I deal with Bobby Wine, the way I deal with Besije here. And they'll run to the bush. None of them will talk. So let us wait and see how Ruto will navigate this thing on Tuesday. Because Of course, after the Kajiado, William Ruto came down and his tone changed. What really changed? But for me, if you ask me, there is Yoweri Museveni's influence on what Ruto was saying. Number three, I also tend to think that the aftermath of these demonstrations is what Ruto would not want to hear again. Let's face it, you can say, oh, mandamanos are low affairs, oh, you know, they are confined in Kisumu, Migori, but the impact is huge. The first day of the demonstrations, several tourists who had booked themselves in hotels in Diani and Mombasa took their flight back to their country. They were not two, they were running in thousands. It means those who were supposed to come canceled their trips. The foreign embassies are issuing travel alerts. So the fact is, these demonstrations are having a toll on the economy. Economy which they are not able to manage. And that's a big deal. Number four, also think that William Ruto's options are actually narrowing. What are his options right now? Because for me, Raila Odinga has managed to place him in a corner. And he's now angry and he's now bitter. What are his options? Remove Kenyan. By removing Kenyan, no other option. The other option, stop raiding opposition MPs. Yesterday, they entered into some coalition agreement with KUP. Yeah? While talks are going on. And they know that Azimio had appointed a member of KUP because the registrar of political parties had clearly indicated that there was no such agreement between KUP and Kenya Kwanza. So they rushed yesterday to sign the agreement. Lack of goodwill. So which means their options are narrowing. And lastly, if you ask me, William Ruto has been now pushed to the wall. And if you're pushed to the wall, you need help. But can that help come from Rigathi? No. He understands that too. So it means he has to carry it. I don't know what you think. Let me hear your thoughts. Thank you, guys, and hopefully we are going to meet. We are going to meet at 9 for the live show. Thank you, guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.